morning, friends. Hope all of you guys are doing well. Today is actually Monday, August 29th, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of document the books that I decided to read this week. I don't actually have any reading goals. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little reading vlog of what I decided to read this week. And of course, give you guys my thoughts and a little review along the way. So today I'm actually starting off with Lucy Foley's The Paris Apartment. Finally, I've been wanting to read this one for so long. I started it last night. I'm only on page 41. So far, it's definitely really similar to the other books that I have read by Lucy Foley. A murder mystery sort of vibe, and each chapter is a different point of view from like each one of these people. Lucy Foley definitely has her niche. It is the beginning of a new month, so look what arrived just in time. Anytime I see this little blue box in my mailbox, whoa, that was a tongue twister, I get so excited. So let me show you guys what I got this month. So I ended up getting 2 books this month, and I'm really excited to announce that I am working with Book of the Month again on today's video. So thank you, Book of the Month, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. But first, if you guys are unfamiliar with Book of the Month, let me get you on board because it is seriously my obsession. I always look forward to my new Book of the Month picks. It's a monthly book subscription service where you can pick between now 5 or 7 books. This month for September, there's actually 5 options available to pick from. The first one being Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Raybourn. I'll talk a little bit more about this one in a few minutes. The other book that I grabbed from this month's selection is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I have been dying to read this one. And then the other 3 books that were available to choose from this month are The Fortunes of Jaded Women, The Attic Child, and Other Birds. Each one's a different genre. Like, no matter what kind of books you're into, you'll always find something from the Book of the Month selections. Like this one is romance, then we have a thriller. Apparently I'm still very deep in my thriller era because I'm stoked to read this one. Anyways, each month the selections are always different. If you're not into them, you can always skip a month, but you can also add on other books from like previous boxes into your box. You can add up to 2 more. The Paris Apartment, as you can see by the little Book of the Month emblem in the corner, is actually one that I added to my last Book of the Month box. But if you guys were interested in signing up for Book of the Month, you can get your first book for $9.99 with the coupon code LEAVES, and I will keep all of that information in my description box down below, so be sure to check that out before you leave. If you have been here for a while, you've watched a handful of my videos, you know that I'm a huge fan of Book of the Month, so I always get really excited to partner up with them because this is something that I'm personally subscribed to, I pay for with my own money each month, and it's a company I really love, so I hope that you guys check them out. Getting back into today's book, on the back of the Paris Apartment, it says, meet the residents of number 12, an old apartment building in the City of Light. Everyone's a neighbor, everyone's a suspect, and everyone knows something they're not telling. Anyways, I am going to get started with this one. I have an update. I'm currently on page 159. I'm like a little bit less than halfway through right now. But so far in the story, the main character, Jess, her half-brother, Ben, lives in the apartment, the Paris apartment. And last minute, she's like, hey, I'm gonna come stay with you. And when she shows up, there's no sign of her brother. And quickly, things start adding up, getting a little bit weird. And she's like, okay, he's not just like out somewhere, like he is missing, and she's trying to figure out what happened to him. So literally everyone in this apartment is a suspect. Everyone I'm very suspicious of. There's a lot of weirdness going on in this apartment, and I feel like everyone is part of it. I can't really imagine how this ends and if it pinpoints to just one singular person, because right now I'm just like, it's all of you. But so far I really like it. It's a good read. I feel like I will probably end up finishing this tonight or by tomorrow morning. Say hello. Say hi. Okay, I just got to a really big twist that I absolutely did not see coming, but it makes so much sense.
I see my past like it's still around, but am I happy now? Am I happy now? Are you happy
Okay, it's the next day. Bless you. I did end up finishing The Paris Apartment last night, and you guys, it was actually really good. But the connection that they reveal between all the neighbors was completely unexpected. Like, I did not see that coming at all. However, the big reveal of what the brother ended up being like wrapped up in, and like the family company or whatever, that seemed like very obvious, very predictable from the start. Really glad I got to finally cross this one off my TBR. Anyways, getting into one of the books that I chose for this month, and also the one that I wanted to start today. This is Killers of a Certain Age, and this just sounds like such a fun read. The tagline of this book is, "Older women often feel invisible, but sometimes that's their secret weapon." They've spent their lives as the deadliest assassins, but now that they're 60 years old, 4 female friends can't just retire. It's kill or be killed in this action-packed thriller. Originally, I said I was going to take a break from thrillers because I've been reading a ton, but I do plan to read this little romance after I finish this one. But this just sounds really funny and like lighthearted, and I'm really interested in it. So I'm gonna start this one. Getting a late start. Today I had to wrap up some things this morning, so it's actually 5 p.m. I definitely do not plan on finishing this one today. I'm probably going to take this one a little bit slower. Of course, I'll keep you guys posted along the way on how I feel about it. I don't know if you can tell, but it is raining again today, so it's like dark and moody. Seriously, my favorite time to like sit down and read. Hi, lady. Oh my goodness. You guys are all wet. Hi. Hi, cutie. How are you? Oh my goodness. Hello again, you guys. Today is actually Thursday. I did not end up reading yesterday. I kind of took a little break. I also ripped off all of my fake nails. So I haven't made much of a dent in this book yet. I am only on page 103 right now, and it's definitely a cute read. But the way that the book starts out, it actually starts out in 79, I want to say. Okay, yeah, 1979, and it starts off with the women in the middle of a mission and kind of detailing what goes on. So it kind of gives you a peek at life pre-retirement, and then the next chapter is them about to go on their retirement vacation, their gift. But the rest of the book is written in 2 alternate timelines, so it details like the past and how specifically one of the women, Billy, was recruited and how she got into this line of work. And the present day chapters are them currently on their like retirement vacation. But so far it's pretty cute, it's pretty interesting, and I am going to read a little bit more today, so I'll keep you guys updated on my thoughts. But it's definitely really adorable. My grandma's coming to town next week, so I'm going to finish this up before she arrives so I can lend this to her because I think that she will love it. Okay, I just finished it, and this was like such a cute book. Maybe not cute because it's about assassination, but nonetheless, I really enjoyed this one. There were a few chapters like more in the middle of the book where there wasn't really much going on, so I just kind of like skimmed around, but for the most part, this was like super action-packed. Like, it kind of was giving me anxiety. It's very stressful. This book is definitely different than what I normally gravitate towards. Like, while this is definitely a thriller, and I do love thrillers, this was just it's a little bit different. Mostly because of the action aspect. Like, there really is a lot going on in here. But I really liked each one of the main characters, the 4 women. And I especially liked reading the past about how they got into being an assassin and like the training and preparation for it. I really liked those chapters. I found that really interesting. But good lord, you guys, these women, they thought they were going to retire, and they ended up on a wild ride. Obviously no spoilers, but like the main plot line of this book is that the 4 women on their retirement trip were about to be assassinated themselves. So they spend a good chunk of the book trying to figure out who has this target on their heads. And let me tell you, these ladies are badass. Like, It's definitely stretched like beyond realism, but either way, I couldn't even imagine. I was out of breath just reading it. It's definitely a fun, lighthearted little read, something a little bit different, and the killings in the book are not like gruesome or anything. This book definitely has like a lot more humor in it, so it's nice and light. So right now it is 4:03. I have to go to my sister's birthday dinner in a few, so I'm probably not going to start a new book right away, but we can definitely go pick one out. I don't know if I want to start Love on the Brain right now, or I have some fall books. I don't know. Okay, just put the cover back on, and can we just talk about how cute the cover actually is? I really like it. Anyways, I started putting together my TBR for September the other day, and I will be filming my TBR shortly after this video goes up, so stay tuned for that. I have a few more books on the way that are like fall themed, but I'm going to take a little break from thrillers for right now, so I'm going to pass on these for right now, but I am really excited to read this one eventually. And obviously my September TBR is going to be like fall Halloween theme, so I kind of want to start one of these. I don't know, this one would be romance, so something different. It's also like pretty short. Okay, just when I thought I was decided, this one just came in from Amazon. This is Accidentally Amy by Lynn Painter, and look at the cover. Definitely giving the fall vibes. Lynn Painter wrote some of my other favorite books like Better Than the Movies and Mr. Wrong Number, so I feel like I have to start this one. I'm gonna start this one tonight. This definitely looks like a very quick read. Okay, this morning I started Accidentally Amy by Lynn Painter, and so far it is very, very cute. This is a super short read though. It's only like 235-ish pages, and right now I'm on page 53. I am a really big fan of Lynn Painter, and I follow her on Instagram, and she said that she put this book together completely 100% on her own, I believe. Hopefully I'm not misquoting her, but she had written it like super quickly, proofread it herself, sent it off to printing, and then when it came out, when I got it yesterday, that's when she got her first copy yesterday. She was seeing it for the first time with all of us. Okay, now of course I can't find the post that I was looking for where she talks about the writing process and everything, but she did say she put this together in a really short time period, and I think it's really good so far. The main character Izzy reminds me a lot of the main character from Mr. Wrong Number. They're very similar, like both like very funny, klutzy. And the male main character, Blake, from this book reminds me a lot of the guy from The Hating Game. Getting into what this book is actually about, the title of it is Accidentally Amy because at the very beginning of the book, it starts off with Izzy in Starbucks. It is pumpkin spice season. She's trying to get a PSL right before her new job starts, but she's running late and the line is taking forever because you know those PSL lines. So she ends up swiping someone else's PSL named Amy, and as soon as she turns around, she bumps into a wall of a man who ends up being Blake. They have a quick little meet cute, end up hitting it off right away, and then flash forward to her on the job, and what do you know, Blake is her boss. So just like the setup for the perfect rom-com. Like I said, I'm only on page 53 right now. I'm early on in this book, but since it's so short, you know, it's the storyline is moving a little bit faster, but they're kind of trying to navigate how they're going to move on as boss and employee. So definitely a cute fall vibe so far, but I will keep you guys updated. I plan to finish this afternoon, so I'll see you guys in a few. I feel like it's necessary that I also have a PSL while I read this. Tonight I made this Chamberlain coffee cold brew. It's actually really good. I like the little jar. Then of course, the goods. Now I feel officially prepared. Inside your mind, my dear. And do you find it terrifying? You always let me know. You always let me go my way. I finished it. Like I said, this was a very short read, so it didn't take me long at all to finish. It did remind me a lot of The Hating Game, or like maybe even The Love Hypothesis, but there's no like fake dating or anything. Since this is a shorter book, it is a little bit more like insta love, which is normally not my favorite, but in this one I found it pretty cute. I will say it is not my favorite Lynn Painter book by any means, but it's definitely a very cute fall themed light read. There's like a lot of sarcastic banter, which I always enjoy. So this week I read 3 books. I'm actually going to start Love on the Brain because this just, it got me in a certain kind of mood. So I am going to start this one, but I will end the vlog here. Maybe we could keep doing these weekly. Let me know if you guys enjoy reading vlogs like this, if you would like to see another one. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you again soon. Bye!